What if I told you that the one thing standing between you and the life you've always dreamed of isn't a lack of talent, intelligence, or ambition, but rather the very mental barriers that yes, you, have built without even realizing it? Imagine the frustration of knowing, deep down, that you could achieve more, that you are capable of greatness, yet feeling like you're running on a treadmill that never seems to take you forward. If this sounds familiar, you're not alone. You are among the ranks of brilliant, high-achieving individuals who constantly hit an invisible wall, the invisible barrier that stifles your potential. In What's Stopping You? Robert Kelsey takes us on a compelling journey to uncover the hidden forces preventing us from realizing our full potential. The book delves deep into why smart, capable people, despite their intellectual prowess and professional drive, can sometimes feel trapped in their own lives. These forces, self-doubt, fear of failure, perfectionism, and a lack of self-awareness, remain undetected until, one day, they manifest in a way that makes us question, why haven't I achieved more? Why haven't I become the person I know I can be? The truth is, many of us are experts at sabotaging our own success without even realizing it. We're conditioned to chase after the shiny objects of success, the awards, the accolades, the recognition, while ignoring the silent, psychological hurdles that keep us from truly thriving. Our own brains become the greatest obstacle to progress. But here's the exciting part. You can break free. Through his insights, Kelsey doesn't just leave us with a diagnosis of our hidden limitations. He provides us with actionable steps, strategies, and a clear framework to dismantle those barriers one by one. Whether it's changing the way we think, embracing our imperfections, or stepping out of our comfort zones, the book empowers us to stop holding ourselves back and start moving forward with clarity and confidence. So, if you've ever felt like you're more than capable of success, but something just seems to be in your way, then What's Stopping You is the book you've been waiting for. In the next few minutes, we'll dive into some of the most powerful insights Kelsey offers to unlock the potential you may not even know you have within you. It's time to step into the life you deserve, to tap into the genius that's already inside you, and to finally answer the question, what's stopping you? Introduction: The Puzzle of Underachievement. The book opens with Robert Kelsey reflecting on the paradox many of us face. Why do intelligent, capable people often fall short of their potential? Right from the start, Kelsey's tone is empathetic and understanding as he shares his personal experiences with self-doubt and underachievement. He acknowledges that this book is for those who are introspective and self-aware enough to know they're not living up to their abilities. Kelsey identifies fear of failure, self-doubt, and an unclear sense of purpose as the main barriers holding people back. The introduction sets the stage for what's to come, promising practical tools to overcome these psychological roadblocks and unlock potential. Chapter 1: Understanding Fear of Failure. In this chapter, Kelsey digs deep into the fear of failure, which he identifies as the root cause of underachievement. Fear of failure isn't just about not wanting to fail. It's about how the fear becomes so paralyzing that it prevents us from even trying. He introduces the concept of self-sabotage, the subtle ways we undermine ourselves when we're afraid to fail. For instance, procrastination, overcomplicating tasks, or avoiding challenges altogether. Kelsey shares anecdotes from his own life, admitting how fear of failure caused him to turn down opportunities and second-guess his abilities. The chapter emphasizes that understanding this fear is the first step. Kelsey suggests journaling about moments when fear held you back and identifying patterns in your behavior. His tone here is encouraging and non-judgmental, as if he's sitting across the table having an honest conversation with the reader. Chapter 2: The Role of Self-Esteem. Kelsey explains that low self-esteem is often intertwined with fear of failure. This chapter unpacks how negative self-beliefs, often instilled in childhood, manifest as a lack of confidence in adulthood. He discusses the inner critic, that nagging voice in our heads that constantly questions our worth. To counter this, Kelsey suggests techniques like reframing negative thoughts, practicing self-compassion, and focusing on small wins to build confidence incrementally. The chapter also explores how self-esteem impacts relationships and career choices. Kelsey makes an important point. Self-esteem isn't fixed. It's a skill that can be nurtured through deliberate effort. He shares inspiring examples of people who rebuilt their confidence and achieved incredible success. Chapter 3. The Comfort Zone Trap. This chapter examines how staying in our comfort zones can limit our potential. Kelsey argues that many smart people get stuck in jobs or routines that feel safe, but don't challenge them to grow. He explains that stepping out of your comfort zone is essential for progress. However, the fear of the unknown often holds people back. To combat this, Kelsey suggests starting small, take manageable risks, try new experiences, and build resilience to discomfort. A memorable anecdote in this chapter involves Kelsey's struggle to switch careers. He recounts the anxiety he felt leaving a stable job to pursue a passion, but also highlights the immense satisfaction that came with taking the leap. His story is both relatable and inspiring, encouraging readers to face their fears and embrace uncertainty. Chapter 4. The Power of Goals. Kelsey shifts the focus to the importance of goal setting in overcoming underachievement. He emphasizes that goals provide clarity and direction, which are essential for breaking free from self-doubt and indecision. The chapter is practical, offering a step-by-step guide to setting effective goals using the SMART framework: specific, measurable, achievable, relevant, time-bound. Kelsey also discusses the role of visualization in goal achievement, encouraging readers to picture their success in vivid detail. What makes this chapter stand out is Kelsey's advice on avoiding perfectionism. He argues that goals don't have to be grandiose or flawless, they just need to be meaningful. This perspective is refreshing and helps ease the pressure many readers might feel about setting the perfect goal. Chapter 5. Building Resilience. Resilience is the ability to bounce back from setbacks, and Kelsey believes it's a crucial skill for reaching your potential. He explains that failure is inevitable on the path to success, but what matters is how you respond to it. The chapter offers strategies for building resilience, such as reframing failures as learning opportunities, maintaining a growth mindset, and seeking support from mentors or peers. Kelsey also touches on the importance of self-care, physical, emotional, and mental, to stay strong during challenging times. Kelsey shares inspiring stories of famous figures who faced numerous failures before achieving greatness. These examples serve as a powerful reminder that resilience is often the difference between giving up and pushing through. Chapter 6. Overcoming Procrastination. Procrastination is a common enemy of productivity, and Kelsey dedicates this chapter to understanding why we delay important tasks. He links procrastination to fear of failure, perfectionism, and lack of motivation. Kelsey provides practical tips to overcome procrastination, such as breaking tasks into smaller steps, using time-blocking techniques, and rewarding yourself for progress. He also introduces the concept of productive procrastination, where you redirect your energy toward less intimidating but still valuable tasks. This chapter is filled with relatable humor as Kelsey recounts his own battles with procrastination, making it both insightful and entertaining. Chapter 7. Managing Imposter Syndrome. Imposter syndrome, the feeling that you're a fraud and don't deserve your achievements, is a major theme in this chapter. Kelsey explains how this mindset can hold even the most capable people back from pursuing opportunities or celebrating their successes. He encourages readers to challenge imposter thoughts by recognizing their accomplishments, seeking feedback from trusted colleagues, and reminding themselves that nobody is perfect. Kelsey's tone is empathetic as he shares his own struggles with imposter syndrome and how he gradually overcame it. This chapter is a reassuring guide for anyone who's ever felt like they're not good enough, despite evidence to the contrary. Chapter 8. Leveraging Strengths. Kelsey argues that focusing on your strengths, not fixing your weaknesses, is the key to reaching your potential. He advises readers to identify their unique talents and build on them, rather than trying to conform to societal expectations or compete in areas where they're less skilled. The chapter includes exercises for discovering your strengths, such as reflecting on past successes and seeking input from others. Kelsey also discusses how to align your strengths with your career goals for maximum impact. His message is clear. Success comes from authenticity and playing to your natural abilities, not trying to be someone you're not. Chapter 9. Creating a support network. In this chapter, Kelsey highlights the importance of surrounding yourself with positive, supportive people. He discusses how relationships influence self-esteem, motivation, and resilience, and offers advice on building a network of mentors, peers, and cheerleaders. Kelsey also touches on the challenges of dealing with toxic relationships and setting boundaries. His advice is practical and compassionate, encouraging readers to prioritize connections that uplift and inspire them. Chapter 10. Embracing the process over the outcome. In this pivotal chapter, Kelsey emphasizes the importance of focusing on the process rather than just the end result. It's a mindset shift that can help alleviate the pressure that comes from setting lofty goals. Many people get discouraged when their immediate results don't align with their expectations. Kelsey teaches that the true value lies in how we work toward our goals, not just in the goal itself. He shares the concept of falling in love with the journey, highlighting that when we focus on the daily tasks and growth, we set ourselves up for continuous improvement. Kelsey uses the example of athletes and artists who value the training and practice over simply winning or achieving recognition. This chapter offers practical advice for how to stay engaged with the process. He suggests breaking down large projects into manageable chunks, celebrating small wins along the way, and learning to find joy in the effort itself. This shift in thinking helps reduce frustration, making progress feel rewarding, even when the ultimate result takes longer to achieve. Chapter 11. The importance of time management. In this chapter, Kelsey delves into the critical skill of time management, showing how important it is for overcoming obstacles and achieving goals. He draws attention to the fact that many people claim they are too busy to work on what matters most. However, Kelsey argues that it's not about having more time. It's about using the time you have wisely. He introduces several time management strategies, including prioritization techniques and the idea of the 80-20 rule, which suggests focusing on the 20% of tasks that will yield 80% of your results. Kelsey also discusses time blocking, an approach where you dedicate specific periods to specific tasks to avoid distractions. A key takeaway from this chapter is the urgency of setting boundaries. Kelsey advocates saying no to less important tasks in order to protect time for your most meaningful work. By being intentional about how you spend your time, you gain control over your day, reducing the tendency to fall into the trap of busy work. Kelsey's advice here is highly practical, making this chapter a helpful tool for anyone struggling to balance their time. Chapter 12. Tackling perfectionism. Perfectionism is a common culprit when it comes to not reaching your potential. This chapter explores how the desire to get everything just right can hinder progress. Kelsey explains that perfectionism often leads to procrastination, as the fear of not being perfect prevents us from starting or finishing tasks. He introduces the concept of good enough and challenges the idea that only perfect work is valuable. Kelsey emphasizes that perfectionism can also cause burnout, as constantly striving for flawlessness is exhausting. He shares stories of successful people who learn to embrace imperfection and focus on progress, not perfection. Kelsey offers concrete tips for overcoming perfectionism, such as setting realistic standards, recognizing when something is good enough, and forgiving yourself for mistakes. The chapter is practical and liberating, giving readers permission to let go of unrealistic expectations and make progress without fear of failure. Chapter 13. The fear of success. While fear of failure is often discussed, Kelsey explores the fear of success in this chapter, a topic that isn't as widely acknowledged but is just as limiting. He explains that some individuals subconsciously fear the changes success could bring, whether it's increased expectations, responsibility, or the pressure of keeping up with success. The fear of success can manifest in self-sabotage, such as procrastinating or avoiding opportunities that could lead to advancement. Kelsey explains that this fear is rooted in self-doubt and the belief that we might not be able to handle success. Kelsey offers an empowering perspective. Success is a result of action, and it doesn't have to overwhelm us. He encourages readers to reframe their thinking, reminding them that with success comes the ability to learn and grow even more. He shares personal stories and examples of individuals who feared success but embraced it, ultimately thriving as a result. In this chapter, Kelsey teaches readers how to confront their fears head-on and see success as an opportunity rather than a burden. Chapter 14. Finding Your Why. This chapter centers around the importance of having a why, a deeper sense of purpose that drives your actions. Kelsey explains that without a clear purpose, it's easy to get distracted, feel unmotivated, or lose sight of your long-term goals. He offers a process for finding your why, which includes asking yourself deep, reflective questions such as, what are you truly passionate about? What values matter most to you? What kind of legacy do you want to leave? Kelsey uses examples of successful people who were motivated by a clear sense of purpose, which kept them moving forward, even in the face of challenges. Kelsey's advice here is to keep refining your purpose as you grow. It's not a one-time discovery, but rather an evolving aspect of who you are. As you gain more clarity on your purpose, you'll find it easier to make decisions, prioritize tasks, and overcome obstacles. This chapter is a call to action, inspiring readers to dig deep into what truly matters to them, aligning their actions with their values and long-term vision. Chapter 15. Reframing Negative Thinking. Kelsey dedicates this chapter to the transformative power of reframing. He explains that the way we interpret situations significantly impacts our ability to achieve our goals. Negative thinking, self-doubt, and an overly critical mindset can trap us in a cycle of underachievement. Reframing is about shifting your perspective, taking a step back, and finding alternative ways to view challenges. For example, instead of seeing a setback as a failure, reframe it as a learning opportunity. Kelsey introduces several reframing techniques, such as asking yourself, what can I learn from this? Or, how can I use this experience to grow? By changing how you interpret events, Kelsey asserts that you can unlock new opportunities for growth. The chapter encourages readers to break free from habitual negative thinking patterns and embrace a more positive, proactive mindset. Kelsey also shares a personal story of how reframing helped him overcome a major obstacle in his life, demonstrating that this shift in thinking is not just theoretical, it's practical and life-changing. Chapter 16. Taking Action. The final chapter is all about action, the catalyst that propels us from dreaming to doing. Kelsey reminds readers that all the insights and strategies in the previous chapters mean little if they don't lead to action. This chapter offers actionable advice for overcoming the inertia that holds many of us back. Kelsey suggests starting small, setting clear milestones, and holding ourselves accountable. He stresses the importance of commitment and the need to stay disciplined, even when motivation wanes. He also provides a powerful reminder: you don't have to wait for the perfect moment to start. Success is built over time, and every step, no matter how small, gets you closer to your goal. Kelsey encourages readers to take imperfect action, as this will inevitably lead to learning, growth, and success. Conclusion: Robert Kelsey's What's Stopping You? Presents a powerful exploration into the psychology of potential, highlighting why even the most intelligent, talented individuals often fail to reach their full capabilities. The book shines a light on the hidden forces, fear, self-doubt, perfectionism, that block success, and it offers practical solutions to break through these barriers. In its final pages, Kelsey distills the book's message into a compelling challenge. If you have the ability, why haven't you yet realized your potential? The answer, he argues, lies not in your external circumstances, but in how you perceive and respond to the internal obstacles you've constructed in your own mind. As What's Stopping You draws to a close, the reader is left with a profound realization. The most significant roadblock to achieving one's goals is often not a lack of intelligence or capability, but rather a deep-seated fear of failure, rejection, or not being good enough. Kelsey deconstructs the psychology of these fears with surgical precision, examining how they manifest in everyday life and how they systematically prevent individuals from achieving their true potential. Through powerful insights and stories of real-world examples, he empowers readers to recognize these limiting beliefs and take ownership of their growth journey. Kelsey's approach is both grounded and accessible, offering a refreshing perspective that success is not about being perfect or achieving everything with ease. Instead, it's about pushing through discomfort, taking risks, and recognizing the value of persistence. By confronting your fears and pushing beyond them, Kelsey suggests, you unlock the true potential that has always been there, waiting to be realized. As you near the final pages of What's Stopping You, Kelsey challenges the reader not to be satisfied with mere understanding but to take action. His practical advice encourages the reader to adopt a mindset of courage, resilience, and continuous improvement. This mindset shift is the catalyst that leads to true transformation. Kelsey doesn't offer a magic formula for success, but instead provides a toolkit, a set of strategies designed to help you recognize and overcome the psychological barriers that have been holding you back. One of the most captivating aspects of Kelsey's conclusion is his emphasis on the importance of embracing failure as a necessary component of growth. Rather than seeing failure as a signal of inadequacy, Kelsey encourages readers to reframe it as an opportunity to learn, adapt, and refine their approach. This shift in perspective is crucial to overcoming the paralyzing fear of failure that prevents many from taking the first step toward their goals. Kelsey's message is clear. Failure is not the opposite of success. It is part of the journey toward it. Equally compelling is Kelsey's exploration of perfectionism. So often, high achievers are trapped by the desire to be flawless in everything they do, which paradoxically leads to procrastination and inaction. Kelsey gently but firmly dismantles the myth that success requires perfection and instead urges readers to embrace progress over perfection. His advice is liberating. Take action, learn from your mistakes, and allow room for growth. It's through these imperfect efforts that we make progress and build the resilience necessary to achieve great things. In addition to offering strategies for overcoming personal barriers, Kelsey delves into the importance of social influences. He highlights how the opinions and expectations of others, whether friends, family, or colleagues, can significantly impact our decisions and our sense of self-worth. Kelsey urges readers to build a strong sense of self and to surround themselves with people who encourage and support their goals, rather than those who inadvertently reinforce doubts and insecurities. By surrounding yourself with the right people, you create an environment conducive to personal growth, where your potential can flourish. What sets What's Stopping You apart from other self-help books is its honest and realistic portrayal of the human experience. Kelsey doesn't sugarcoat the challenges that come with pursuing personal growth. Instead, he offers practical, research-backed solutions and, perhaps most importantly, a compassionate reminder that achieving your potential is a long-term, ongoing journey. There will be setbacks, moments of doubt, and times when you question whether it's worth it. But the key to success lies not in avoiding these challenges, but in cultivating the perseverance and mindset to keep moving forward despite them. In its final analysis, Kelsey's book leaves you with a stark yet empowering truth. The key to unlocking your potential has always been within you. The obstacles that stand in your way are often self-imposed, the product of fears and limiting beliefs you've internalized over time. The moment you recognize these obstacles and take deliberate action to overcome them is the moment you begin to tap into the vast potential that lies dormant within you. The conclusion of What's Stopping You is both a call to action and a message of hope. It encourages readers to stop waiting for the perfect moment, the perfect plan, or the perfect conditions to act. Instead, it challenges you to take the first step now, however imperfectly. Success isn't a destination, it's a journey, and the first step is always the hardest, but it's also the most important. Through his insights and practical advice, Kelsey provides not just a blueprint for personal growth, but also a reminder that each of us has the capacity to be more than we are today. The potential is limitless, but it requires self-awareness, courage, and a willingness to act despite the obstacles that lie ahead. If you're ready to stop holding yourself back, to stop giving in to fear and self-doubt, Kelsey's book offers the tools and inspiration needed to take the leap into a future of limitless possibility. In the end, the only thing standing between you and your potential is the decision to take action. What's stopping you is a powerful invitation to step into the life you've always dreamed of, to break free from the invisible chains that have bound you, and to begin living with purpose, courage, and the conviction that you are capable of greatness. Thanks for listening. Please like, subscribe, and click the bell icon to get new video updates. Happy learning!